Hi and welcome. My name is Lotte and this is Made of Yarn podcast. I come from Sweden, from about the middle of Sweden on almost the east coast. And if you are a returning viewer and you are wondering, are you here again? Yes, I am. I had some things I didn't finish talking about the last time, so I will continue now a little bit. And also I'm thinking about see if it's possible to make shorter episodes and then perhaps two every second, third week, something like that. We will see if it's working. But welcome back and welcome new viewers also. I hope you will enjoy. And I will say, as I said in the Swedish episode I recorded just, welcome to the 70s. It's like 70s vibes when it comes to the colors here. So I can start by talking about what I'm wearing. Well, I'm wearing a dress that I made. I knitted on it the last episode. I finished it in about a little bit more than a week. It wasn't on big needles, but it is in the beige one here is in let loopy. The brown and the yellow one is in Novita Icelandic wool. Oh, sorry. One problem I heard, a Finnish, she lives in Finland, but she talks in Swedish. She has a podcast in Swedish. She talked about it. She had been knitting in this from Novita before, and it's peeling very much. So I can see that now, but it doesn't matter because this is just the one that, sorry, I dress. The first thing I take on me, and I have it almost the whole day, just to sit here in my corner. And now we have not that cold now, so I'm sitting with the window open and have some fresh air, and I'm just cozy here in my corner, in my chair. And I have also the blanket I made last year, my temperature blanket for 2023. I usually have it on the bed, but I had to I had to have it together with, so it's more this 70s vibe with the colors, and I'm warm and cozy also. But I'm not sure what to say about it. I just made it up as I knitted. Just 100 stitches around in the neck, and you can see perhaps I made it the increases to, and I lost the words again. You can see it a little bubbly, but it doesn't matter to me because it's just a homey dress. I increased till I thought this must be good, and then I just made it straight down, and then I can't show it, I can't stand up. I made a split hem in the end also. I'm making do you say parentheses also in English? A friend of mine, you know who you are, laughed at my last episode because I made a dress down to my wrists, and she asked if I had been in an accident. We are telling, I know that this is the wrist, and I'm hurting in my wrist, but in Swedish we say ankle is vrist in Swedish, so that's why I was so confused. I knit this to my wrist. Yes, I do. well, back to the, I hope I would like to be a little bit serious here. I will just put a mark on that I talked about the dress. I forgot the last time to talk about, to recommend a new podcast. It's 2 women they are from Finland, talking Swedish, both, but they are in the Swedish, I don't know, Swedish talking community. There are areas in Finland that when they just talk Swedish also. Anyway, they have the podcast in Swedish, Finnish, and in English, and it's called Handmade by Lee and Me. And it's shorter videos about knitting, crochet, and handcrafty things. It's so lovely. And Lee is also here in Sweden and in Finland known. She's been for many years in a TV show where her main work was to knit and sew and embroider these crafty things when it comes to fabrics and yarns. She's so nice, and I once also test knitted for her. It calls the Ströms cardigan. She has, and all her patterns also is free, so you can check it out. I really recommend them. One thing I should have, I made her last episode. She showed how to make a hairband, but when I wet blocked it and let it dry, it became too big for me. But you can have it, of course, like this, and I could have needles on, of course, and it had been better. But she's showing how to make them with you are knitting 3 I-cords that you then later make as you braid them. Do you say so? You make them as braids, and then you Kitchener stitch them together in the back in the ends. But it's a fun thing to make to have as a matching item for some knits you have made or whatever. Nice. One example on what she is making. What I forgot also that last time to talk about, there is so many sock clubs, or how to say it, out there. And for many years I've been thinking also, should I do it also? But I have so many sock patterns. But mostly I just make vanilla socks straight or make up something myself. But then I start to think, I have test knitted so much for Tracy Miller from the Grocery Girls podcast. And I really love her patterns because they are well written, and the patterns they are good. I'm sorry, I forgot again, but everyone is marvelous to wear. I'm sorry, I just recorded in Swedish, and as usual, you are suffering because of my loss of words. I love her patterns. I will come to that. I love her patterns. So I will do something myself. And if you like, you can jump on the train to knit Tracy's socks this year. She has many, and they are all amazing. This one I made them, of course I made them before because I test knitted them. I don't really know if you can see the pattern. It's the shepherdess socks. They are for my son-in-law. So I will start. I started on a new pair this morning. That's how far I came for myself, because these socks I would love to have for myself. Actually, I will no, I can give them away, but I will have and save them for the end of the year, so I have at least 12 pair. I guess she has made that much. Anyway, if not, I haven't counted them. I can make in other colors too. I made them in it's a Swedish. They are not. The pattern is in fingering weight, but this one is Järbo mellanraggi. It's 260 meters per on 100 grams. So it's more like, it says, I also made, what I'm making, mine is in the same, it's the same length. It's Novita Nalle at 260 meters. This, it says DK, I think somewhere, not here, but I think more between a light DK and more sport weight, I would like to say. Anyway, what I would like to tell you, when I tested it, I made them actually in the other Novita Nalle, and I use then 2.5 millimeter needle on them. It says when you should make socks, it's 3 millimeter, yes. But I go down one size and I get a very good thicker fabric. And the other ones that they have been hold a couple of years more, at least, with good wear. And now they have started to break under, and I have mended them. And in the pattern it says that it should be 32 stitches on 4 inches. So, but I get about 29 or 30 on 4 inches. So it's about almost the same. It doesn't matter, I think, when it's this small circle. How do I say? Circle? No, it's not that big. I can't find the word. Or you can just go down also. Not. I almost talked German now. I'm so sorry. Of course. That's proof that my brain is tired. I made this the middle size, so I have 60 stitches. It's for my son-in-law Oliver. And usually when I make myself fingering socks, it's 64 stitches. So it's a little bit different. But they are sitting really good on my feet also. But if you have narrow feet, so you can go down to the smallest size. I think it was 54 stitches. So if you like, you can come on with me and make some Tracy socks this year. I also made, I had to socks after that for my daughter, almost daughter-in-law, my boy's girlfriend, Charlotte. She loves cats. And when I watched the last episode with on YouTube on Grocery Girls, Tracy had made socks for her, for Jodie, her sister, with cats on. And I searched, I didn't find the pattern then when she talked about it, and I searched for links, I didn't find it. So I tried to, I could post I didn't see them on the live. I saw it the day after, just to see how it worked out, what she had made to make. So I'd like to do them myself. of course. Afterwards, I found the pattern, but I didn't use it. I made them toe up, and I made with the fleagle heel, and so on. So I made them on my own, but with the idea how to make it from the photos. So I can put in a few, because my husband almost 30 minutes ago, he went to work and took the socks with him to give to Charlotte. So I filmed them shortly before he went. So we put in that in here so you can see them. So you can see they are fun. So I embroidered in the pattern. When I read it after, it's a free pattern. She made it as the ears with intarsia, but I embroidered it with duplicate stitches. What I did, the bottom part, the cat was black. So when I made that, and then about half an inch, then I stopped knitting, and then I embroidered the ears and the eyes and the whiskers, the nose, of course, because it was easier to reach and not try to come inside when it was a whole sock. I showed it to my husband. Can you see what I made for Charlotte? Is it a spider? No. He saw the whiskers. So I hope she will enjoy, because she loves. They have 2 cats here in the house, and then she also have 2 cats in her mother's place in the southern Sweden that she had as a child. So she really loves cats. And I made her, she wanted this winter a cat hat, so I made one. I showed it in some episode before, both for her and for my son Hampus, and just knitted in the round like this, and then I kitchen stitched them together, and then it's just what you just when it's like what's that word? When they pointed out as ears. I think you understand. It was so easy to make them, and they have them all the time. So I thought she also had to have some socks also to match. I have also to make what I'm knitting on. Well, I will go back so I don't lose here. One of my brother's daughter-in-laws, the one that have, if you've been here before, she has 3 children. They have Edward, Fred, and little Daisy. And I made, was it last winter? I made like a Pippi long stocking dress for her. I made up, because I almost every year on our anniversary, wedding anniversary, I get sorry, I get alpaca yarn from my son Hampus. So I had many with 2 and 2 and 2 in different colors. So I made like a tunic for her, and also trousers that look really fun, but just made it up. If I think I will have 4. I can show you here, actually. But now she's growing, so she asked for a new pair, because she think it's easy just if they just will jump in the car even though it's cold, to have outside whatever she has under, leggings or whatever. So I'm making a pair now. This is with one strand, sorry, it's here, one strand of, it's a fluffy yarn I bought cheap here. It's mostly acrylic, but it's mohair and it's some wool also in it, and it's really soft. I made a dress for her this winter, and I have some leftovers together with a yarn from Novita. It was a temporary yarn, just it's in DK, but she loves pink. She's a girl. Do you like pink? She asked me the last time she visited me. Yes, I do, and I do it too. So I think she will be happy. So I'm knitting after a pattern from Lyckeliten. She is from the same area as this Lee that I talked about, who will have this, made this headbands. So it's in Finland, but it's a Swedish talking place. So she has patterns in also in English, and it's something with Lyckeliten straight pants mini. I think it's from age 4 to 12 or something. So I'm making this in 4. I made this also in, I knitted the adult version perhaps last year, and I love them. So what I'm thinking, I don't know if I will continue, because you just make them straight and you don't decrease or anything. So I don't know, because I know with experience, do you say so, myself, because they get wet in the down here when you go out in the snow. So I'm thinking if I can just continuing anyway, and in the end decrease somehow, perhaps just make it like when you can decrease if you will have a balloony arm, or I decrease like this, so I make a rib down here, so you can put the rib inside the boots or outside also perhaps, and it's getting more blousy. I think I will do something like that, so it doesn't get wet, even though it's mostly wool and it's can be warm, but it's not fun to be wet. But I'm not there yet, but soon. And it's so soft, really. I asked in the Swedish episode, but I don't think I have any viewers here from Norway. I don't think so. Sorry. But I have photos, 1 or 2, I hope somewhere, on my father when I was a child, in a cardigan that my mother bought him from Norway. And I would love to know if there is any pattern. I would love to make it, try to make it like the similar. I can still remember he had a closet. You could open it up, and he had his costumes there, and trousers and skirts. Yes, not shirt. Shirts, not skirts. Sorry. Anyway, and then he also had. They were hanging there, and you can put them aside. And on the left, it was shelves. And when you played hide and seek, it was a perfect place to hide. But and there, my mother laid his sweaters and cardigans, and I can remember sitting there and smell. Oh, I'm starting to get teared up. Smell him. I can't smell him anymore. Oh, I'm so sorry. I was not planning to talk about this. His wardrobe. I come to think about it now, but I would love to have some replicate. I don't know something similar. I would love to have it. Well, I guess I put in a photo in case you know. Anyway, I'm so sorry. Sometimes it's so hard to when the feelings start to come to hide them away. Oh, I'm thirsty again. One podcaster here in Sweden, Kia. She has Kia's bod. I for sure you know about her. She also has this a big podcast. She had it for years, and she was talking about making. Many of us have so much fingering yarn, and to do something from them, a sock yarn. I mean, also you can use it whatever, if it's fingering or not, of course, to make like leggings. And I'm thinking, yes, I would love that. I've thought about it for years. I have this one, well, my trousers like that, but they are thicker. I made them in Novita 7 Brothers, so they are in worsted Aran, something like that. A little bit thicker. But I would love to have some like tights under a dress or so. So she was talking about that. Who are with me to make that? Because there is a pattern free on, what is it called in English? On Edna. If I can find it, I can put it down here. It's a free pattern on like pantyhose. Do it say so? We call in Swedish mamelucker. You have them like woolly underwears to just make them longer with legs. I made them some years ago. First a regular pattern for my daughter and my niece, but then I wanted a pair myself, so I made them in, because for the moment it's just in one size. But Maja Karlsson, who are making them, are making a new book, and in that pattern she will have other sizes for the fall, I guess. Anyway, you can change it anyway. So I had a thicker yarn and made them longer, for about to the knees. But when I started to walk, they fell down, because I made the rib should be 20 centimeters. It's that 8 inches, something like that, quite a lot. And it expanded, so it didn't hold up. So I gave them away to an older woman that I know. She goes with, I don't know what it's called. It's a helping aid she has with wheels, and she can also sit on it, so she don't go that fast, so they can fall down, and she's warm when she go to the store or sit outside in the park with her friends and talk. Anyway, I will do something. I think I will, perhaps not I will start it. I don't think I will finish them this year, because I have a lot more to do, and I'm waiting on 3 sweaters that I will make. I'm waiting on yarn for it, for a designer here in Sweden, Garnfrun Helene Olsson. She is making some new sweaters now, So I will show you when they are ready, and she will release them in a new for me yarn from Viking of Norway. It's something Alpaca Maya. So it's a thicker yarn with thicker needles also. So I hope hopefully it will get done quickly. Interesting. So I don't have the tab. Plus I have this knits and socks and other things that I will make for the family. I'm sorry, I just check if I forgot something here. One thing I will do later on to show you, I will film it so you can see. I made this, if you've been here before, in the beginning I showed this. It's a dress I made from, the pattern is Stone Wood Sweater by Skandir Knits. I made it in Alafos Lupi exactly 4 years ago. And I knitted it so it should be a denser fabric to keep me really warm during the winters, because this was just the only thing I had when I went out. Not any jacket or anything. It's really warm and it's down to my ankles, really. But I've gained some weight over the stomach, so I feel like it's not so flattering, so to say. So my plan is I will show you my way to stick it, to make it as a cardigan, because I've made that with my first dress I made in Alafos Lupi also, and I love it. The only thing now I have to sew around the buttonholes, because they are too wide for it's open it up, and it's a little bit cold during winter to have it like that. I hope you understand me. I'm sorry. So I will do the same with this one. I don't sadly have the rust color. I would have preferred to have that one, but I don't have it, have any left. But I think this one from Let Lupi, I have some of that one. If you just take them, you knit then double. I think actually it looks like it could be the same, even though it will be a light border, not what I have preferred, but I think it will be good anyway, because I love to have it. I don't like having things laying in the wardrobe and not getting used. So actually, I'll see if I can reach it. Sorry. Sorry. I sent messages to a friend this morning, asked her if she liked knitted stuff, because she's out a lot, walking, hiking, and so. And what could be better than a knitted sweater? So I asked if she'd like, because I made this a year ago or so, perhaps, or something like that. It was a test knit for Gudrun Johnston, and usually she makes her knits is in Shetland wool, really thin, but this one was the double knits. So I made this in yarn, Tines yarn, double 2-ply yarn. But the problem here is it's too short in the, oops. Oh, something happened here. I have to mend it. I haven't used it, but I must have done something wrong. I just used it once for one. I showed in one episode here, and then just for the when taking the photos for Ravelry and Instagram. It is too short in the sleeves. So now this is proof I could have just unravel it and make them longer. But I rather give them to someone who have use for it. Because I do have quite lot of knits or goods. I have to mend it now. A question I had for the Swedish viewers: if you would like to see, for example, write if it's something you would like to see that I have made or so. Perhaps show the shawls or cowls that I still have at home, or I can show photos of the ones that are given away. I talked to a knitting friend here in my town, and she also said she don't wear the bigger ones as so much. Better to make smaller ones so that are easier to wear. I can wear my big ones when I go out to when it's really cold to check the mailbox. But I don't use them as much. So I have given away a lot, actually. But if that's an idea, if you like to see that, I could have a shawl and cowl episode or whatever. So please, if it's something, write down here if you have any idea on content for the episodes. Well, thank you so much for taking your time, for being here, and I hope we can see each other soon again. So you are so welcome back. If it wasn't for you, I shouldn't sit here, so I'm so grateful for that. So I wish you the best. Bye.